Caitlin Shees has a sterling evangelical pedigree. She grew up in evangelical churches in Colorado and Virginia and graduated from Liberty University before entering Dallas Theological Seminary last year to prepare for a career in the church. But lately she has been frustrated by evangelicals' failure to challenge the prejudice and predation in their midst. Over the course of the week, as Roy Moore, the Republican senatorial candidate in Alabama, faced more allegations of inappropriate sexual contact with young women and teenagers, many evangelicals leapt to his defense. To Ms. Shees, this is one more sign that a new ritual has superseded Sunday worship and weeknight Bible studies, a profane devotional practice, with immense power to shape evangelicals' beliefs. This liturgy is the nightly consumption of conservative cable news. Liberals love to complain about conservatives' steady diet of misinformation through partisan media, but Ms. Shees's complaint is more profound. Sean Hannity and Tucker Carlson aren't just purveyors of distorted news, but high priests of a false religion. The reason Fox News is so formative is that it's this repetitive, almost ritualistic thing that people do every night. Ms. Shees told me it forms in them particular fears and desires, an idea of America. This is convincing on a less than logical level, and the church is not communicating to them in that same way. It's no secret that humans, religious and secular alike, often act on less than logical impulses. Social scientists have documented our tendency to reject reliable evidence if it challenges our beliefs. Hours of tearful victims' testimony will not deter evangelicals who see Roy Moore as the latest Christian martyr persecuted by the liberal establishment. Their loyalties are much more strongly formed by conservative media than their churches. Ms. She said, "That's the challenge for church leaders today, I think, rediscovering rather ancient ideas about how to form our ultimate loyalty to God and His kingdom." When I sought out conservative and progressive critics of white evangelical politics and asked them how to best understand it, this was their answer: pay attention to worship, both inside and outside of church, because the church is not doing its job. Humans thrive on ritual and collective acts of devotion. And the way we worship has political consequences. It shapes our response to evil and our reaction to people different from ourselves. Some evangelicals have grown so frustrated with their tradition's captivity to a particular brand of politics and the idolatries of white supremacy and the free market that they have proposed a radical withdrawal from both moral majority-style activism and modern consumer culture. Worship, after all, is not just something that happens in church. The philosopher James K. A. Smith, who teaches at Calvin College in Grand Rapids, Michigan, has argued that our lives are shot through with unconscious acts of worship, whether we genuflect at the Apple Store or wake up whispering prayers for our child's admission to the Ivy League. We are, ultimately, liturgical animals because we are fundamentally desiring creatures, he writes in his book Desiring the Kingdom. We are what we love.